I'm Jeff Fitzgerald coming to you from the MoDev East conference here at the Gannett headquarters in McLean, Virginia. With me is Tim Falls, who is the community guy for SendGrid. Tim, tell me about SendGrid and really what's the big picture with what you're doing here?
Okay. Well, starting with the big picture, we're really trying to change how businesses use email to communicate with their customers. So our solution really helps developers integrate email capabilities into their applications more easily so they can get that part out of the way, know that their email, whether it's a reminder email for password reset or a thanks for signing up for our service email, notification type emails, or newsletters where you're sending out to a list of your subscribers or customers. The business and the developer implementing that technology knows that the email is going to get to the customer, and then they can track all the analytics on what happens once it gets there.
And earlier you told me that Foursquare is actually one of your customers.
Yes, yeah. So anytime you earn a badge as a Foursquare user or you get a friend request as a Foursquare user, you get a notification email automatically from their web application, and we send that for them, and then we give them analytics on did that user get it, did they click on the link inside of it, did they open it, and all those things.
So it's really a much more robust solution than typical SendMail or any other basic level email system. This is not necessarily the functionality of email, but you're attaching analytics to it.
Correct, yeah. And not only all those user analytics, but also more basic kind of back-end analytics. So as an email sender, you have to really comply by all the requirements that an ISP puts on you, the email receivers put on you. So if you send to an invalid email address, that's going to bounce, or you can get blocked if your IP has a bad reputation.
Right,
you get blocked.
You get put on the blacklist.
Yeah, so we give you all those analytics, and not only do we tell you, hey, it bounced, but we tell you why it bounced and what you can do to make sure the next one doesn't bounce.
And so, what are you finding in this API ecosystem where, as I was saying, when I first started doing web, it was 1994, and it was literally nobody didn't know really a whole lot of anything, but they were kind of a half master of everything.
Right.
These days, you've got great amounts of data that are being handled by individuals, like you're handling emails, someone else is handling images. How are you finding your space? Are you finding that you're being welcomed into the community with this particular product?
Absolutely, yeah. So we're a little over 2 years old as a company, and we've grown from 3 co-founders to almost 60 employees in the last 2 years. In the last 18 months has been the majority of that. So I was the 6th employee, May of 2010. Now we're in December of 2011, we're almost to 60. So that employee growth and the number of emails we send per month, we sent almost 2.5 billion emails last month, which was 3 times the number of emails we sent the previous November. So I think that growth is a pretty clear testament to the fact that the service we provide is really needed, and people are willing to let us handle this critical piece of their.
And it's reliable and certainly fits into a very nice niche market.
Yeah, and we were kind of one of the first companies to come into the market, email services market, and focus on notification type emails. And that's really where we got our beachhead, and then have moved into providing marketing email services as well. And since we entered the market, there have been several competitors come in as well. Luckily, it's an enormous market, so we can all
get
along. Yeah, of course.
Well, terrific. It's definitely great to be hearing from SendGrid. You can catch up with Tim and everything they're doing at sendgrid.com.
Thanks.